Hello and welcome to That's English. In today's programme, we're going to go back to school and look at rules and regulations.
I liked school. I enjoyed maths and science, but there were too many rules and regulations.
Well, I think schools are different these days, Ashley. So, here's our question.
What lie did Claire tell the principal?
What lie did Claire tell the principal?
Today we need to study the electromagnetic spectrum.
Can I say something, miss?
You don't need to shout out. For the exam, you are required to know the types of radiation.
We've already done this, miss.
Paul, you mustn't interrupt. You must also learn the uses of radiation.
We had to learn the uses of radiation last term.
Last term. Sheila, what has the shortest wavelength?
Gamma rays have the shortest wavelength.
Susie, what can gamma rays be used for?
May I explain, please, miss? Gamma rays can be used to kill cancer cells.
Susie, what are you doing?
Nothing, miss?
Is that a mobile phone in your hand?
Yes, miss. I just got a text. Please, may I read it?
No, you may not. You are not allowed to use your mobile in class. Give it to me.
The text is from my mum, miss.
I don't care.
She's in hospital, miss.
You mustn't lie to me. Bring it here.
I have to have my phone, miss. Please don't make me give it to you.
Do the other teachers let you use your mobile? The principal doesn't let you use it, I'm sure.
No. But my mum had to go into hospital this morning. She's going to have an operation today.
You mustn't bring your mobile into the classroom.
That's unfair. That is stupid.
Who said that?
I did, miss. We're not in junior school, we're in the sixth form.
That's right.
I prefer Miss Hancock. She made us work hard, but she let us have fun at the same time.
Why do we have to have this teacher?
Silence! I have had enough. Don't say another word or you will be required to go and see the principal.
May I interrupt?
Ah, Mrs. Turner, of course.
Is everything okay?
Yes, Mrs. Turner.
Did I hear someone shout?
I was shouting, Mrs. Turner.
You don't have to shout in the classroom.
I'm sorry. We are studying sound waves and I needed to demonstrate to the students.
Oh, very good. There are 4 weeks to the exams, so you must work very hard.
Yes, Mrs. Turner.
You lied to the principal, miss.
I was not lying. Paul, what have I demonstrated about sound waves?
That sound wave can travel through doors and walls.
Excellent.
Claire was very strict, but the students weren't obeying the rules.
That's true. Well, could you answer the question?
What lie did Claire tell the principal?
You don't have to shout in the classroom.
I'm sorry. We are studying sound waves and I needed to demonstrate to the students.
Claire told the principal she was shouting to demonstrate sound waves.
But really, she was shouting because she was angry.
The students are not very happy in Claire's class. In the video, we heard some different ways of expressing obligation. Can you remember them? Watch again.
You must also learn the uses of radiation.
We had to learn the uses of radiation last term.
Why do we have to have this teacher?
Today we need to study the electromagnetic spectrum.
Remember, we use must, have to and need to talk about obligations. For example, you must study hard if you want to learn English.
Or the doctor told me, you have to rest during your pregnancy. The meaning is the same. There are other ways to express obligation. Watch again.
For the exam, you are required to know the types of radiation.
I prefer Miss Hancock. She made us work hard, but she let us have fun at the same time.
The students are required to know about radiation. Se les exige que tengan conocimientos de radiación.
and their previous teacher made them work hard. But they had fun too. We also heard examples of expressing prohibition. Watch again.
You mustn't bring your mobile into the classroom. Paul, you mustn't interrupt.
Mustn't is a very common way of expressing prohibition. You mustn't interrupt the teacher.
Yes, but there are other ways we can use to express prohibition. Watch again.
You are not allowed to use your mobile in class. The principal doesn't let you use it, I'm sure.
We can say, you are not allowed to use it, or he doesn't let you use it. The meaning is the same.
For example, while she's pregnant, Annabelle isn't allowed to work too hard because the doctors don't let her. In the video, we also watched people expressing lack of obligation. Watch again.
You don't need to shout out.
You don't have to shout in the classroom.
We use don't need to or don't have to when we want to express that there is no obligation to do something.
For example, I love this job because I don't have to get up early.
And because I live near the studio, I don't need to travel far to come here.
Before we watch the second part, here's our question.
What mistake did the principal make?
Oh, thank you.
Hello, Claire. What's wrong?
I had a difficult day at school.
You need to have a good cup of coffee.
Thank you.
Did the students in your class misbehave?
I don't know. I don't understand the rules at this school. In my last school, the students were not allowed to be rude to the teachers. All the students had to obey all the rules. It was very strict.
Were the students required to wear school uniforms?
Yes, they weren't allowed to wear anything but uniforms.
They're not required to wear school uniform at Rosebery Park School. They let the students wear what they like. They're allowed to wear anything.
Yes, they are. And the school makes teachers think about the students' well-being.
Well, that's good.
I know. I have to educate the students, but they don't listen to me. They like their old teacher.
Oh, that's a shame.
I don't want to teach anymore, Bill.
Don't give up. You have an important vocation.
Teaching is too stressful. Every day I have to write lesson plans, I have to mark 40 exercise books, and then I have to write reports.
But you have long holidays.
I need a holiday now. Oh no.
What can I get you?
I want a Coke.
Don't they teach you manners at Rosebery Park?
Can I have a Coke, please?
Certainly, sir.
Miss, you must give Susie her mobile phone.
You don't need to be rude.
Oh, I forgot. I must go back to school and give it to her.
Sit down. Miss Peters, I need to speak with you, and I have to speak with the students here.
Is something wrong?
Yes, there has been a mistake.
What's happened?
Mrs. Hancock is your science teacher. She became ill at the beginning of term.
Yes, she's a good teacher. My grades were good.
And then Miss Peters came to teach you.
And now my grades are not good.
You mustn't blame Miss Peters. I've given Miss Peters the lesson syllabus for last term. It's the wrong syllabus.
Now I understand.
This is my fault, and I must apologise.
I want to go to the best university. I need to get good grades.
If you let me help you, you can still pass your exams.
Thank you, miss.
Now I understand why the students were not happy. It wasn't their fault, and it wasn't Claire's fault either.
That's right. Could you answer the question? What mistake did the principal make?
I've given Miss Peters the lesson syllabus for last term. It's the wrong syllabus.
The principal gave the teacher the wrong syllabus. Le dio la programación del trimestre anterior.
In the video, we heard examples of expressing permission. Watch.
They let the students wear what they like. They're allowed to wear anything.
We can say let to express permission. Nathan sometimes lets me use his bike to come to the studio. Thanks, Nathan.
No problem.
We can also express permission by saying allowed to. In London, people who ride bikes are allowed to use the bus lane. But you must wear a helmet, Ashley.
Don't worry. I will.
Good. Rules are important.
Well, that's very true. For example, Claire is a strict teacher, but I think the students will like her in the end because she teaches them well.
We asked some people this question. Can you talk about a teacher you remember from school?
My headmaster, Mr. Bevan, used to play for the Saracens. Absolutely brilliant guy.
Oh, definitely my first grade teacher, Mrs. Woods. She used to read to us all the time, and I remember all the books that she read to us.
I would probably have to say my favorite teacher goes back to high school, where Mr. Jones was a biology teacher, and being a scientist, he influenced me quite a bit to go into biology. So, big impression.
I had a history teacher who was quite influential on me. Very much enjoyed, made things very passionate, enjoyed the learning experience.
That'll be a history teacher called Mr. Thompson, who was very influential, and I never messed around in his lesson.
Teacher I remember from school, I had a history teacher called Mr. Henley Smith when I was in year 5, so I must have been about 11 years old. He was quite eccentric, as all good history teachers have to be. And he was fantastic.
I do remember my favourite teacher was Dr. Morgan, and basically he was my biology teacher, and he gave me a lot of enthusiasm for biological sciences when I was at school.
My religious education teacher was quite nice. She was quite fair and equal.
Probably my drama teacher, my English and drama teacher, Mrs. Edwards.
Everybody has a teacher that they remember. Most people we asked remember their teacher for good reasons, because they were enthusiastic or funny.
Or interesting, or even eccentric.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed learning with us today. So until next time, we'll say goodbye.
See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.